Bianca Belair has WWE fans debating. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what she had to say, why they're debating, and why it's such a big deal. Because Bianca Belair, well, she's been around the block now. Time flies, doesn't it? Because Bianca Belair has done it all in WWE. Whether it be a former women's champion, whether it be someone who has headlined WrestleMania, she's been there, she's done that, she's faced them all. And when it comes to her opinion, people care. Well, why do they care? Why do they care about her character? Why do they care about her matches? What is the connection that she has? Well, she comes across as a genuine, good human being. You want to see her succeed. You want to get behind her. You want to see her be successful. That's what makes a great babyface. And throughout her WWE journey, through the ups, the downs, the challenges, the victories, we've been alongside with her, right? And that is what makes people care. That is what makes a Bianca Belair fan. And that is what makes Bianca Belair such a great babyface. Now, when this subject comes up, I always find it interesting. And she recently did an interview where she made some interesting comments. If you look at Bianca Belair, she has legitimately shared the ring with everyone. And whether that be a Becky Lynch, a Charlotte Flair, a Rhea Ripley, right? She's done it all. She has done it all in this business. And when Bianca Belair was recently talking with Denise Salcedo, she made an interesting comment when she was praising one WWE star. One WWE star that's been in the headlines a lot as of late. And ironically, this is the same superstar that Bianca Belair has a lot of history with, right? And which says something. I mean, we're talking about Bianca Belair, who is a former WWE Women's Champion, who legitimately headlined Night 1 of WrestleMania 37 alongside Sasha Banks. And she was speaking with Denise, and she was talking about Becky Lynch. And that leads us to today's topic. Now, I want to preface this by stating I don't agree with Belair's take with Becky Lynch. I actually think someone else deserves discredit. Maybe another star as well. And it's a subject that I've touched upon before. She said this about Becky Lynch. She is a legend. I love when Becky is in WWE, and I'm super excited for her wherever she wants to do right now. I think she's the GOAT. I think she's going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame one day for sure. So, the GOAT. Oh, yes. Everyone's favorite conversation. Everyone's favorite debate. Who's the GOAT? Well, what does it mean to be the GOAT? First of all, let's establish that. That is the greatest of all time. That is someone that you would put on your Mount Rushmore. Do I have Becky Lynch on my Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling athletes? Well, of course not. Do I have her on my Mount Rushmore of women wrestlers? I would think I would have to, right? And you can insert slots here and there. If I had to just give it off the top of my head, I would go Charlotte Flair, Trish Stratus, Becky Lynch. The fourth one's always the hardest. But I would probably go with a Saraya just because she changed. Well, I can't say Saraya. I'll go with Mickie James. How about that? Anyway, so that's beside the point. But when it comes with the GOAT conversation, I don't have Becky Lynch as the GOAT of women's wrestling. I just don't. Two names pop in my head. And keep in mind, before I reveal these two names, when it comes to the GOAT conversation, you are going to have a different opinion than I. And we're never going to agree, and there's never any concrete factual evidence to share whether or not you're right or I'm wrong. Or I'm right and you're wrong, right? It's a very hard discussion to have. Those two names Charlotte Flair, because of everything that she has done. She is one of the most, if not the most decorated, accolade wrestlers to ever step foot inside of a pro wrestling ring, let alone women's wrestling. And the other is someone because of being a pioneer in this sport, right? Being someone that is a trailblazer, who set the tone, who changed things, who carved out a path for others, and who has done it decade and decade and decade, granted off and on. And that one is Trish Stratus. Ironically, they've wrestled before. Ironically, Trish Stratus has wrestled since that supposed retirement match. Ironically, Trish Stratus is the last person to... Her last match was with Becky Lynch, right, in 2013. When it comes down to it, is it Trish? Is it Charlotte? I think if you stand right now, due to the fact that she had to break so many barriers and the fact that she has stayed over for so long and all of the success, she almost reminds me of The Rock in the sense of like her run as a full-time star was actually very, very short, but what she was able to do in that time period is pretty remarkable, right? From 2003 to 2006, that run made her who she is, to the point where she is legitimately still over, if not more over, now than she did when she retired. She could also be a good babyface, and she could also be a very good heel. That is something that I think Charlotte Flair comes short up on. I think you have to give Trish that edge, because I don't think Charlotte Flair is the greatest babyface in the world. I think she's better off as a heel. If you look at Becky Lynch, on the other hand, why is she not the GOAT? She's never had, to me, she has only reached megastar status right before she legitimately left the company. And I'm not taking anything away from her. I think she is very, very polarizing. I think people either love her or they just don't get her. But she is not looked at the same, in my opinion, as a Charlotte Flair or a Trish Stratus. If we're talking about GOAT status. You know what I mean? Like, we're not talking about a top star or a big draw or anything like that. We're talking about a GOAT here. And so I don't see that. But let me know down in the comments here below whether or not you agree with this hot take or not. And before I go, make sure to hit that notification bell so you are notified every single time we upload new wrestling content here to the channel. And with that being said, I will see y'all in the next video.